Bureau Boys is an improvised detective serial. Every Monday morning, the Bureau Boys solve crimes based on clues sent in by their informants.
That's you! Go to thebureauboys.com to submit your clues, informant.
When we last saw the Bureau Boys, they had been in the Hill Valley School, in a teacher's classroom, handling a time capsule.
It was Terrence McGillicuddy's classroom, to be specific.
You do love your specificity.
The boys were opening a time capsule they found buried beneath the floorboards, and as they did, they let out a gasp. When suddenly... Go on, narrator. Your turn.
I didn't know if you wanted to tell people the exciting part. When they gasped, a blue flash of light emitted from the time capsule, and both Detective Potter and Detective Riley disappeared. We should have led with that. I mean, we're babbling on about them unscrewing the time capsule and Terrence McGillicuddy's room and all this nonsense, but both of them disappeared in a blinding blue flash of light.
Detective Riley wound up...
Hang on a second, how do you know this, narrator? As far as I saw, the two of them disappeared. I went and checked back at the Bureau Boys' office, only to find Detective Potter reading a note from Detective Riley saying that Detective Riley had a baby.
That's precisely correct. What I was going to say is that Detective Riley wound up back at the office after undergoing a strange, life-altering experience that I'm sure he is excited to tell Detective Potter.
Now, is this before or after Detective Potter was in the office reading Detective Riley's note, is my question, narrator.
Perhaps simultaneously. This is a time capsule conundrum.
Narrator,
What are you getting at?
I'm just wondering, narrator, because it seems that Detective Potter has no recollection that he was in Terrence McGillicuddy's classroom holding this time capsule just moments before with Detective Riley. And then, suddenly, he thinks it's the next day in the office, and Detective Riley has left him a note and eaten his lunch once again.
Right. So, Detective Riley, something happened to him. I'm not telling you I know what happened, of course, I'm just a narrator. Okay, I don't know everything.
Narrator, why are your eyes shifting back and forth so suspiciously? And why are beads of sweat forming on your brow?
Listen, I've got nothing to hide. Everything you know, I know. We know the same things.
Then look me in the eyes and stop shifting your feet around.
How about this? Let's just cut to Detective Riley strolling into work on a Wednesday morning.
Cut to? What are you, a movie director? Let's just say it like it is, narrator. Detective Riley strolls into the offices of the Bureau, where Detective Potter is exasperatedly poring over the marbled rye mystery. Okay, carry the one.
Hey, Detective Potter, good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Detective Potter goes white as a ghost. He jumps from his desk, runs to Detective Riley, and throws his arms around him. Detective Riley, you're back!
Of course I'm back. It's Wednesday morning. It's hump day. It's 10:30 a.m. This is when I start work.
You do only work once a week, on Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11:30.
Well, I just came from the wife's house and was just with my baby.
What? You moved out? You have a wife? You have a baby?
Didn't you get my note?
I got your note that said that you had a baby. That was all that it said. And I was very confused.
Come on, you know me. I'm not going to have a baby out of wedlock. What am I, some kind of heathen?
Detective Potter's eyes shift back and forth nervously. Beads of sweat form on his eyebrow. Yeah, no. Only heathens would do that.
Right, and I'm not one of them. So, right, yeah, well, after we took that long hiatus from our case.
Wait a minute. Long hiatus? It just 2 minutes ago, Detective Riley, we were in Terrence McGillicuddy's classroom holding onto a time capsule and that... Wait a minute. 2 minutes ago, I was
2 minutes ago, I was in the...
How did I
get
Bureau office? You know what, Detective Riley? It makes sense that we can't say things at the same time. Because
we're
I think
out of time.
It does feel like
sync.
We're out of sync. Detective Riley, do you remember when we opened up that time capsule and both...
Yeah, we both gasped.
And I don't know if you were gasping for the same reason I was gasping, but I was not expecting a real Marcellus Wallace briefcase experience with blue light flowing out of that time capsule.
The blue light.
You remember?
Right. Yes, it all feels like a dream now, but I remember.
How long has it been that you think we've taken off this case?
Well, let's see. You lent me the company credit card and told me...
Detective Riley, that was not a company credit card. That was my credit card.
Said, take some time off. Live your life, man. We need a break. We've been working too hard. And I wholeheartedly agreed. I went back to our old stomping grounds in Tijuana. Found my old flame Juanita. She was still working there.
Wanda from Tijuana?
Juanita from Tijuana at the Plaza Street Donkey Show. I rescued her from the donkeys.
That is a really, really public venue. Plaza Street to have a donkey show. There's kids. I mean, they should have it like on Dark Alley Boulevard or something like that.
Well, if you remember...
I do.
10 years ago when we were working that beat, I promised Juanita I'd come back for her, come whatever may. And I did. I made good on that promise.
Come infierno o agua alta? You mean? I remember you saying that.
Don't rub it in my face. I can't speak the native tongue any longer. I'm working on it. God, Juanita's on my...
Well, if you've had all this time off of this case, why haven't you been learning Spanish? That would have helped.
Because I've been too busy banging my new wife, and then she got pregnant.
Wait, she can't be that new. If you refuse to have a child out of wedlock, and you have a child now, you are at least 8.5-ish months, give or take, wed.
We're 10 months wed.
Okay, and you didn't invite me to the wedding. You didn't invite me to the bris. I assume you're Jewish.
Yes, I'm a non-practicing Jew, so I've renounced my Judaism. I refuse to cut the flesh off my son's penis. How did you know I had a son?
I didn't. You just told me.
Fine detective work, Detective Potter.
I have always wanted to do that, Detective Riley. Thank you for walking into that.
The bottom line is, I took some time. Here's your credit card back.
Thank you.
It no longer works, and I've been getting a lot of bills in the mail that I've just been dumping in the trash. So
there's no way you could have been using this. I just got my last month's statement, and literally it was 5 minutes ago that I was here with you. So there's no way that there could be a... Wait, let me just check on the internet. Detective Potter sits at his desk, punches in some keys, and calls up his credit card statement. He gasps. Oh my God, Detective Riley. No, there's not a blue light coming out of my computer monitor. You did run up a bunch of... And none of these dates make sense that you were charging things. 11 de Novembre of the year 1884. Detective Riley, none of these dates make sense.
Just then, Detective Potter realizes that Detective Riley isn't wearing normal clothing. He's got a poncho on with a big sombrero, a belt of bullets strapped across his chest, and he's wearing boots made of fresh cowhide. You could still smell the cow.
Narrator, can I caution you to not say that that's abnormal clothing? That's very normal clothing for people outside of your little geocentric bubble.
I didn't mean to let my xenophobia drip out.
Narrator, you're omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. Go see the goddamn world every once in a while.
I like my town. I like the things that I like.
Detective Riley, first of all, I know you hate guns. Why do you have a bandolier of bullets? And when did you grow that mustache? Or I should say, when did you shave the rest of your beard into a mustache?
Detective Riley stands there, stumped, twirling his elongated mustache ends into tiny little circles. Well, I mean, wait a minute. Juanita, Tijuana. The town did look different. There were only steers and
Don't say it.
horses, and no automobiles, no planes. I took a very, very long, bumpy train ride back to the States.
Did you read anything in any of the local newspapers about the Conflicto de 1812?
Well, there were a lot of wanted posters up. I think I did do a few bounty hunts, just to make a little extra cash.
Was everything kind of dusty and you saw some tumbleweeds blow through the town every once in a while? Was there no air pollution?
The air was clean, but the water was very dirty everywhere you went. And most people, I'm realizing, were dying at the age of 30. So...
You were around for a long time, Detective Riley. How the hell did you get back here?
I charged my way.
Wait a minute, credit cards worked wherever you were?
Yeah, between pesos and the Square app, I was able to get anything I needed.
Good, that was going to be my next question. If it was one of those chonk credit card machines, or if it was like a swipey, or if it was a chip and a dip, or if it was a tap.
No, pretty old, but, somewhat outdated technology by our standards.
Okay, so you were probably in Mexico, just normal.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, I don't want to be xenophobic like you, Detective Riley, but technologically, a lot of those towns are a couple years behind us.
Listen, I'm not sure now whether it was a straight path in that time period. I might have been jumping in and out of time. A time jump.
Well, Detective Riley, I've been here this whole time, and it's only been minutes for me. All I can think is that we have to, get back to where we were. Get back to being at the same time and being able to say things at the same time and be able to think at the same time and get back to Terrence McGillicuddy's classroom, because I don't know how long it's been in your world, Detective Riley, but in my world, it's only been a few minutes. So we still have plenty of time until that Stone Temple Pilots concert. /Cotillion.
Okay. Right, of course. All right, well, that's fine. I have plenty of time now. Juanita's at home. She's washing our clothes in the nearby river, and she's got our baby strapped to her back. So my family's set. I'm ready to get back to this case.
You also went through a home purchase and all this? That's at least another 45 to 60 days.
Not to mention a hefty down payment. Thanks again for that credit card.
Oh, Detective Riley, they don't let you pay earnest money on credit cards. But that's okay. I'm sure your house exists too. Okay, what's your son's name? Before we get to the more pressing matter, I am a little bit hurt that I was not part of any of this. What is your son's name?
Luca?
And where are you living?
On the south end of the train tracks?
Oh, the bad part?
Yeah.
Well, Detective Riley, I really truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to say, as annoyed as I am with you right now, a very sincere congratulations. And the second I crawl out from under the credit card debt that you've put me into, I will buy Luca a nice christening gift or whatever, bris gift, whatever you're going to do with your weird religion stuff. And I'd love to meet him.
No need. I've already bought the first 5 years of presents. So you're covered for quite a while.
Okay, can I at least fill out the cards?
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll pretend they're all from you.
And when I say fill out the cards, I don't mean you fill out credit card applications in my name for him.
Right. You meant loan applications. I understand.
Detective Riley shoves a credit card application into his mouth, chews it up, and swallows it. Thank you.
Let's get back to the case details of the Marbled Rye mystery.
Okay, we've got a lot of Irish people, yet not a single Irish accent.
Right, which might be the strangest part of this case.
So these are second or third generation Irish.
Right. Now, we know that there's some kind of rivalry going on between the McCallahan's grocery store, which is famous for their marbled rye bread, and the McConnell's grocery store, which is famous for their pizza dough bread.
Terrence McGillicuddy, another Irishman, is a teacher at the school who seems to be a fan of both. Loves pizza, loves marbled rye.
And the only victim that we've found thus far is Gladiola Simpson.
And the only real suspect we have so far is Gordon Freeman, who we still haven't met, and who I suspect either is connected or may even be Terrence McGillicuddy.
Right. And we know that there's a nude painting of Gladiola in Gordon Freeman's bedroom, and there was a scarf found in the bedroom with the letters ass embroidered on them, monogrammed letters, which I think was a monogram for Arnold Strongman Simpson, Gladiola's father,
who has been missing for several weeks.
Yes. So we don't know where he is.
We examined a body, not necessarily his body, that was pulled out of the river, lake.
Yes.
Detective Riley, I do also want to clarify, I don't know if your mind's a little bit scrambled from the time. I didn't mention that the reason Gordon Freeman is a suspect is he's a delivery boy.
Of course.
He's the one who was supposed to deliver the marbled rye to Gladiola from McConnell's grocery.
And the marbled rye kept going missing. When we went to Gordon Freeman's house and met Patsy, we only went to the bedroom. We didn't check out the rest of the house.
No, it smelled a lot like bread in there, but we forgot to look around. Maybe an oversight on our part.
Right. Okay, that's fine. We could do without.
Detective Riley, speaking of that nude painting, have you discussed with Juanita your relationship with Gladiola Simpson?
First of all, I didn't go on a date with Gladiola yet, and I'm still unsure if she wanted me more than you, if she wanted both of us. It was going to be a ménage à trois.
What do you mean yet?
Well, she gave me her phone number, and we set up a date, but we never did it.
Detective Riley, but you say yet like it's going to happen in the future. And if we ever have a ménage à trois, I really don't want an MMF.
It's going to be an MMF. It's going to be an Eiffel Tower. You're going to like it. It's a whole thing. Okay?
Okay.
Anyway, Juanita's cool. She's super cool. She's going to be so cool. Whatever. Okay, dude? Whatever. She's going to be so cool with it.
I've never had sex, okay? Okay? I feel like we've danced around it.
All that time in Tijuana?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Because every single time I got close, came home to our hotel room, there was a sock on the door, which I think you know what that means.
Yep.
You were having sex, and I did not want to touch your sock to get into the room, so I slept in a dumpster behind the hotel.
Those are smelly days. I'm sorry, Detective Potter. I should have invited you in.
I don't want an MMF.
It was going to be an MMD, if you know what I mean.
I don't. A man
Donkey?
I thought you meant dumpster. I don't know which is worse. Probably the dumpster.
You were having an MD. I was having an MD. Different Ds.
Okay, Detective Riley, I would also like to remind you about this case that there was some sort of ominous radio voice that warned us not to pursue this case. When I first got that note, when I got back to the office after the time capsule, I thought it was going to be from that ominous voice. I mean, I don't know how I would have connected it unless it was like an audio note, but it was from you. That note was from you. I thought it was going to be from this ominous voice, who we haven't heard hide nor hair of since.
Perhaps that ominous voice has something to do with this time warp. After all, that ominous voice broke through the barriers of our high-quality radio in our 1989 Mercury LeSable.
Suddenly, the Bureau Boys' Anchor Bluetooth speaker crackles.
Getting closer, boys. Stay away.
Right on cue, Detective Riley. Right on cue.
I feel like we're being watched, monitored.
Warmer.
Wait, every time I take a step towards the time capsule on your desk, Detective Potter.
Warmer.
Detective Riley, Detective Potter, take more dainty steps towards the open time capsule sitting on Detective Potter's desk.
Hot fire. You're on fire.
Detective Riley, Detective Potter, look into the time capsule once more, and they see a tiny body with 4 arms, 2 legs, and a head, 2 eyes, a nose. Basically, a human form, but with 4 arms instead of 2.
That's right, narrator. It's the ominous voice.
You finally found me. I am the narrator of time.
Narrator of time,
Narrator time.
can you help us get back to where we were? We don't even know where we are.
And why don't you want us to pursue this case? Why are you throwing us off this case and screwing up time?
Well, because I feel like my story is better than those narrators' story.
Narrators? What narrator? What are you talking
about?
You don't hear them.
Hear who?
Hear what? What are you talking?
We don't understand.
Oh, God. Okay, boys. Here's what you have to do. How did you originally unlock the time capsule to get sent through time and space?
Ooh, I know the answer to this one.
Go, Detective Riley.
I tripped over a floorboard and I dug out the time capsule in Terrence McGillicuddy's classroom.
Yes, Detective Riley. And then how did you open it?
Oh, we just popped it open. Just took off the top.
That's right. So to undo what has been done, what must you do?
Detective Riley, you want to get this one?
Yeah, I think we need to kick open another floorboard. Our own floorboard.
Detective Riley, I think it's far simpler than that. That was really just unearthing the time capsule.
Right.
I think he's asking specifically about opening the time capsule.
Warmer.
Okay. If we both gasp at the same time again.
And then?
We look inside the time capsule.
And?
Detective Riley, if you need help on this one, just let me know.
We put the cap back on the time capsule.
Bingo!
So the Bureau boys both grasp the time capsule. They look at one another, gasp, look into the time capsule, and as one, place the cap back onto the capsule. A blue light emits from the capsule's surface, engulfing the Bureau boys. They disappear, and the capsule drops to the ground.
Where did the Bureau boys go?
Who is that four-armed, mysterious, little tiny humanoid?
Is that humanoid friend, foe, or something else?
What really happened in Tijuana with the Bureau boys? And honestly, how long have these two known each other? Time immemorial? Who knows?
Are there more time rifts that the Bureau boys are unaware of? Perhaps meaning that they've been partners throughout millennia, or not?
Will the Bureau boys make it back to the school in time for the Stone Temple Pilots cotillion? Or will they get sent back in time to when the Stone Temple Pilots were popular?
I could keep asking so many more questions, but we'll stop it here and tell you, the listener, to tune in next time to find out the answers to these questions and many more on the Marbled Rye Mystery.
If you enjoyed this episode, help the Bureau Boys solve this case by submitting your clue at thebureauboys.com. They may use it on a future episode.
While you're there, why not join their informant network and tell all your friends and family to join too? But don't tell the criminals, because the Bureau Boys are coming for them.